Like, don't fit next to this camera. And I don't fit in frame. My God.
I thought you knew that already.
Chat, I'm back. I need to go lower. Hang on. How are we doing now? No, still not good. Roy, come over here and point this camera slightly upwards. It's the chair in the house.
Government name. How do I do that?
There's a knob on this side. Flip that. No.
This one?
Yes.
Okay.
There we go. Good. Except now we have the lights in the frame. Oh my God.
Hold on.
This is a disaster. Chat, how are we doing?
Nobody's top of your head.
I'm 6'4", Chat. And as we all know, Scott is very short. Scott's about like 5'2".
Is he really?
So, oh yeah, Scott is definitely 5'2". When I often talk about this with Scott actually, where it's like for some reason in all his videos and stuff,
Looks like you might be muted.
really short. Off. Now Chat can hear me twice. Even more muted. This is what happens when you bring in help last minute and then you only give them a couple minutes of training. How's that, Chat? How are we doing? Scott's in Germany. Scuffed stream as usual. Yep, Roy's here as a backup dancer. You should check out his channel, Ryback Stun.
Hello.
Number one Star Wars trading card game content creator.
We'll go with that.
Sure. We are doing some Cyberpunk stuff today. Don't touch the red button. Not that red button. Hey, look, the sample gold is back too. Scuffed stream is scuffed. I might have to come over and fix that. Unless, if you look on the list of things in OBS, there's one that's like subscriber goal or something like that.
I see sub goal.
Yeah, there you go. Click the little eye next to that, and then click fade.
Fade on the thing.
Yeah. He did it. It worked. So we've got a bit of stuff to show off. Actually, all this can stay in the box. Great. Don't need the cards today. God, there are a lot of cards for Cyberpunk Combat Zone. I had to buy a $50 box of minis to get all these dang cards. I was pretty mad about it, but I'm not mad about the game. And League starts tomorrow, so we've got some minis to paint.
Does it?
Theoretically.
Theoretically. That's what we were told yesterday, or last week, and then half the people that were supposed to sub didn't.
It's highly theoretical. All right, let's go through those subs that we got, Roy. Can you read me off that list? Because I see Flapjack Nickelsack just subscribed.
Yep. So we've got Sam Boyce coming in for 5 months. We've got Rills Rick coming in for 13 months with a fellow LA Knight fan I see. We've got Reaper Miniatures here coming in with a rate of 40. Thank you very much for that. We've got Beasley66 who's resubbed for 10 months. Then we have Digital Soul who's resubscribed for 3 months in a row, 3 total. Then we have Flapjack Nickelsack here for the sample goal, 13 months in a row with Prime Bezobucks.
That's a lot. That's a lot of subs. We appreciate it. All right, so switch us over to that paint camera, Roy.
Paint camera.
Yes.
And fade, and we're good.
All right, I'm gonna have to hang tight, chat. Don't get sick.
Miniac stunt double.
Yeah, pretty much. The cheap stunt double. Oh, we've got the sample goal back, Roy.
I can fix that.
I believe in you.
Let's see. Sub goal. Click cut. Done.
Oh, I'm so sorry, chat. We had some last minute stunt Oh, I just killed something.
The camera. We got new connection on screen.
Oh, sweet. Go back to the everything camera.
Back to the everything camera while Evan fixes the thing he just broke.
I don't know what I did, which is very bad. This is very, very bad. This is an all-time best stream.
Scuff streams are the best streams.
Truly.
It wouldn't be a true Twitch stream or stream at all unless we had technical issues.
Yeah, normally that's what I try and avoid as like a, pro stream producer, but it's really hard to do from over here. Especially when somebody took our camera and I had to last minute sub in a different camera. And boy, does it not like it. Troubleshoot in the Arnold voice. If we get 10 more subs, I'll do it. Switch us back to the main camera. I want to see if what I did fixed it.
Cut. Nope.
Sweet. All right. Back. That did it. All right. Cool. Or no, you switched it back. But we should be good now. Yeah. All right. Just focus. Look at all these cool guys I have. I have so many cool guys, chat.
Are those the 3D, the STLs?
Some of them. I also have the official ones here, which we will go through in a moment. But, so yeah, I'm playing Lawmen. Adjust focus.
Apologies for the coughs on stream, folks. I can't really deal with that right now.
I haven't done any cleanup on them. They're basically fresh from the printer. These were test prints. I'm not going to use all of these because it's a lot. These are from Unit 9 on my mini factory. I have a variety of like cool cops and investigators, long coats. I also have some like police officers in futuristic versions of the classic police cap. This guy has a missing hand. Some of these are a little weirdly supported. I feel that way about most of the Unit 9 stuff, where some areas are over-supported and some are under-supported, and they often over-support the hands, so it's really hard to get them to separate. I also have some of the Cyberpunk Viking dudes in here, which these are the test prints that I did for a member of the Miniac Discord, and if you're not on the Miniac Discord, you can get on there by subscribing. These guys are cool, but not who I'm using. Also from Unit 9. Who doesn't want Cyberpunk Vikings? It is for a game, Albino Black Sheep. We're going to be playing Cyberpunk Combat Zone at the store. And I originally was thinking that I could just get away with just printing my cyber cops, including the cyber dogs. And I did do that. However, you need a bunch of cards, so I had to buy them anyway.
Got another sub here from Alamo 6, greeting from Alamo City for 14 months.
Look at his righteous hair.
We have a question for you, Evan. Did you see the Space Dwarf Terrain STL that just came out on Kickstarter? I heard you know someone who likes dwarves in space.
Not only did I do that, Rolls-Royce, I backed it, but those are also where I got my dwarves for my Necromunda team. So these are more cops. Look at all these cool cops. I like this pose a lot. It's very police show. It's not tactically sound, but that's okay. You can see I still have to clean up supports behind the leg there. Cyber Viking, he goes in the Cyber Viking pile. The game is a officially Cyberpunk licensed product. I don't know if it's technically based on 2077.
It takes place before.
Yeah, it's like 2040 timeline or something like that, right?
5, yeah.
Yeah. So it's in line with like the current role-playing product, I believe, which is also published by Monster Fight Club. And these are the official models. We'll get to those in a minute. It's pretty cool. It's balanced and fun. It's definitely designed around campaign play. Feels a lot like Necromunda in that way, where you start with a budget and you're earning stuff and you have weird missions and stuff. Love this guy. He's like, get back. Here's some more of those Cyberpunk Vikings, because, it's just your standard issue big gun. More Vikings. Let's just focus on the cops, because that's what we're going to work on today. Oh, he's got 6 shades. Look at his 6 shades. That's where it's at. It is Mike Pondsmith on the cover there. Maximum Mike. And he is one of the leaders for the Lawmen that you can choose. He's really good. He has an ability where he designates someone that you just basically gang up on. He's like, that guy, find that guy and arrest him. The other thing that's unique about the Lawmen is they have robot dogs or cyber dogs or whatever. So I have a number of these tactical dogs. And then the official kit also came with one. I also have some civilians that just came in the set, just something that Unit 9 does often. So we've got chick just kind of walking along, reading her phone, chewing bubblegum, which is fun. This guy lost his foot. He's another one of the standard cops.
He's got cyber peg leg going.
Foot probs. It's all right. We could just hide that with a pile. Dog also lost a leg. War veteran dog. There are some alt sculpts for each of them too. Like this is that same cop guy with the great hair, but this is his like dramatic cover shot.
Waiting for the bus.
Yeah, exactly. As one does with their gun out and up. More civilian ladies. Gives cops, give me Carl Ruben Cronin from Hellboy vibes. Yeah. We've got another investigator lady. More dogs. Gotta love dogs. And then the rest are Techno Vikings. This guy's a Chad. You can tell because he's got two guns. Or actually, excuse me, it's a gun and a sword. And a giant jetpack thing. This guy really is the Techno Viking. Because you can't make a miniature set and not make something clearly inspired by an internet meme from 10 years ago.
10?
12?
I don't know.
Something like that. She's pretty cool. Or she's missing an axe head. This is what I mean. The over-supported problem rears up a lot on the hands and stuff, where they have too many supports, and so it becomes like really impossible to remove them from like thinner weapons or like feet and stuff. That's okay. But we're gonna do some of that too. I've got a surprise for Roy. I printed off his Danger Gals. This was a request from Roy. It's for an older set from Unit 9. We're gonna remove them from the sprues live. I shouldn't be touching these without gloves, but I'm doing it for the moment until I put gloves on. Oh yeah, I got one more cop thing to show off. It also has a sweet squad car.
Nice.
Yeah, terrain. It's got a working hood, removable. Focus. There we go.
That's cool.
Yeah, that'll be a fun little piece. So then I can have my detectives stepping out of their really sick muscle car or whatever. Right? All right, while I handle these models and pull them off, I'll wear some rubber gloves. Blade Runner car. The doctor will see you now. I'm sure that Unit 9 has a set for that too. These are also from Unit 9. This is an older set. Let's see if I can't adjust these more of a workspace wise. God, I wish I could just keep that digital punching. It's real nice. Yeah, they are so detailed. Little magic blue. I already broke one of the minis, by the way, out in the car. This one. You can't quite see it. This hand up here is supposed to be holding like a cigarette. Long gone.
That's all right.
She tipped over and it immediately left the premises. And it still has like the little nub, but it was like a cigar size thing.
Fiddly bits.
Yeah, it's just destined to break. But these are not cured yet, so they should be relatively easy to remove. I don't generally warm my resin for removal.
Ooh, you've
Yeah, see, Rufus likes the hot water method. I am not a hot water person. I actually find that it doesn't help most of the time. You have to just tackle them one at a time. The orange glow on the hand. Yeah, I mean, like, I think you can still sell the effect here. But I don't know how much Roy is going to care.
Not at all, honestly.
That's kind of what I figured. So these I can definitely tell are their older supports because they have a much bigger diameter on their actual like overall support size. So it's not like nearly as easy to bend them back and release the model, but that's okay. The supports themselves are generally well done for Unit 9, even if I think they're a little over supported in some areas. She just pops right out. God, I love 3D printing so much more. It's like, yeah, I have a little bit of cleanup work to do, just like I would with mold lines or whatever, but that's okay. Rufus, these are for the Cyberpunk Combat Zone miniature war game. It is Roy on the Miniac account.
Correct.
So there you go. That's the real reason that Roy wanted these, though, is because they're on like cool Akira bikes.
Yep.
Which are undeniably very cool. So let's see how we can release one of these. See if we can do it without breaking a handlebar, for instance. Yeah, good on that side. Good on that side. Yeah, there are a lot of factions for the game, and they just did another Kickstarter that like just ended for their terrain, including where you could get a full-size 6-foot-long cargo ship to play on, which is a lot.
Mighty tempting.
It was mighty tempting. I haven't started Phantom Liberty. Roy just started playing Cyberpunk.
Yeah, I never picked it up initially, and a friend of mine nabbed it for me on sale recently, so I'm like maybe 4 hours after the end of the quote-unquote prologue, so I have not... Phantom Liberty is not in yet, but it is on the docket once I finish the main game.
I think it kind of slots into the middle is my understanding, so it might make sense to just pick it up now.
There's, I'm actually, I think, 1 or 2 missions before the pre-requirement to actually play Phantom Liberty, so...
Man, this chick has a huge ass. There's no way around it. Why? Wow. Either that or a tiny waist, depending on how you want to slice it. It's just like scale 200%. I haven't started Phantom Liberty. I'm very excited to play it. I've never been a Cyberpunk hater. That game came out, it worked perfectly for me. I had a great time with it. I watched the internet hate train and I was like, you guys are high, man. This game, the people who were like, oh, the characters suck and I hate Jackie and stuff, I'm like, oof, you don't know what you're talking about. It definitely was unacceptably bad how it came out for previous gen consoles and stuff. I'm not defending that, but most of it was like anti-hype kind of stuff. That game was fire. I played through it on release 3 times and loved it every time and cried every time. I cry every time. I haven't done any modding. You know, Rufus, you're probably right, but guess what I'm not going to do? I mean, I could grab a hairdryer and just go nuts. But just a little bit of pulling and prodding and patience. Peeling it back layer by layer, and it just works. Yeah, I'm really excited to see how they've changed the builds and stuff. I know that they did a huge rework in 2.0 to how all that progression works, and the fact that like now you have limits on how much cyberware you can have because they actually instituted some sort of humanity meter. Previously, it was just like, fuck my shit up, fam.
Yeah, there's definitely a showcases a limit, and I think in one of the trees you can take a perk that allows you to bypass.
This is so triggered right now.
So
I will say that the current stuff definitely has less supports as far as like how much there is everywhere. I'm just trying to be careful because these are Roy's minis.
I appreciate that. Thank you. He says as he about to snap the half model in half.
Yeah, just rip it.
Rip and tear.
Just get it off line. There. These are from Unit 9, Cyber Psychosis. This is what, November of 2021 or something like that?
I didn't realize it was that old.
A few years, yeah. I don't remember the name of this set, but it's Chicks on Bikes.
Basically.
What is she reaching for? I think she's reaching for the ground. I think that the actual pose for this is like doing a turn. And so she wants to put her hand on the ground because she's a very smart rider. And probably has hands made of metal or something. Oh yeah, this is the one that has like a hobby blade for a sword. I'll show you after I get her out. I thought this was extra dorky, but I kind of loved it. Yes, I will. I have a 100% success rate so far. Jack, can you hear the cracking and popping? Support's releasing. It is a very satisfying noise in my opinion. All right, so her sword here, let's, that's the closest we can get.
Sick.
It's like 2 razor blades. It's kind of dorky, but I do like it. She's also, you'll note, on rollerblades.
Hype.
Are a Minnesotan invention. It's pretty much the same thing as being on a motorcycle, Roy. You know how it is. You join a motorcycle gang, and then you're the one member without a motorcycle, and it's like, oh yeah, here are your rollerblades.
Rocket blades.
Unfortunately, they don't seem to have rockets on them, but maybe with a little bit of conversion.
I was gonna say, we could change that.
Yeah. I haven't played around with Red at all. I read like a couple of the books from a free library online. Seems fine. I don't know. Most RPG settings just strike me as extra work. My favorite non-D&D source book that I've used is Shadowrun Anarchy because it's just kind of like rules. Fuck it.
What are rules?
Yeah, we just do suggestions. I like this one the best, I think, because I like that she has. This motorcycle looks like the Magpul Ronin. If anyone knows about that, yeah, the company that makes gun magazines and accessories made a motorcycle called the Ronin, like a limited edition thing. And it has this fun, like double cantilevered front fork design. So this bike looks a lot like that, and I also love her pose. It looks like she just pulled up and she's like, "You."
Flip flops.
Look at this. It's just a wall.
Yikes.
Why would we parent our supports when we can just make a wall? They had flip-flops? That I didn't know. Was there like a rush for them? Were they limited edition flip-flops? Tactical flip-flops. Hell yeah.
Mix that with a tactile neck and you're good to go.
Yeah, this is what I mean by like over-supported. They just were like, you know what? What if we just added more? And then more still. Blues Minis subscribing.
Coming in for 11 months.
11 months is a long time.
It is a long time.
All that stuff is released, I think. There we go. Twist and shout.
Has Miniac put any thought into doing the simulcasting with these now that you're allowed to do that, quote unquote?
Yeah, we've talked about it. Tactical flip-flops. We've talked about it. We may do it. We may do it on a limited basis. One of the key considerations is that broadcasting to two places at once with OBS is actually a giant pain in the ass.
True.
You have to either use your restreaming service or work something else out. It's a lot of work. That said, it does save some work on the other side.
I like the term floperator.
Floperator. TikTok streams crash constantly. TikTok's not really on the menu for us, I think. We could do NPC streams though. Where we just lick paint. Oh.
How dare you?
Yeah. Rip. Didn't release enough. What a shame.
Scott doesn't know enough dances.
Do you want to see Scott attempt like the gritty or something?
Cyber leg needed. Green stuff peg leg. I love it.
Yeah, it's just an opportunity for upgrades.
Rufus about to I told you so.
Yeah. That's fine. It wouldn't have helped. That one was just, it was going to happen no matter what. That's how it works. It's the joy of 3D printing. Sometimes you break the mini. I don't find that I have good luck with the hot water method. I was saying when I've done it. Mostly, it just makes a mess. I still get as much dimpling as I would, which is very minimal, actually. I find that dimpling has a lot more to do with the type of supports and your exposure settings and so on. They don't really release that much easier. It might vary based off of the type of resin. I'm using Elegoo's 2.0. It's no problem. I'm not annoyed. I get plenty good detail out of it. It comes off pretty good.
Evan is the king of swimming upstream, so if it's something that takes effort, he's just not going to do it.
Is that what I'm the king of, Roy?
You're the king of a lot of things. That's what we're going to say politely on stream.
Now we're cooking. Let's turn off that ringer.
New agency intel.
Yeah. It's less about the dimpling and more about using little to no effort. Yeah, these are requiring more effort than normal because all this stuff is the pre-baked supports. And there's too many stalks, they're too big, and the rafts are too thick. So I can't easily bend the raft. I say that as I perfectly do it. This one's bigger. The individual people I couldn't do that on. I like a raft about half this thickness because I can apply a little bit of torque. It just peels everything out. What can I say? I normally don't print minis that are like motorcycles and stuff.
Yeah, some degenerate just wants to run bikes for his game.
Yeah. Are there rules for bikes?
No, not at all. It's at this point I would basically have to like stand one up on the back wheel and then glue one base to it.
They're constantly doing wheelies all the time.
Exactly.
Honestly, I don't think base size actually matters for this game.
Probably check it with an opponent and just be like, hey, I like this model. This represents this thing. If the base size is an issue, I'll just use my other model.
There's a number of Maelstrom models and stuff that are like reaching way outside their base that you can't like place them into base-to-base contact with like more than one guy. So I expect even if you put this on like a regular size base and its front wheel was like hanging off or whatever, it wouldn't matter. That's true. If you did hit this with a hammer, it would come apart perfectly. It wouldn't come apart cleanly, but it would definitely come apart perfectly in that the first time you hit it with a hammer, it would be free. I think that's all of them. This one's really good too. I like that she's like adjusting her cyber goggles or whatever here. Let's
using that scanner.
Vegeta, what does the scouter say about her power level?
This is where you have the Stream Deck press the button.
If only I had more memes, more room for memes on the Stream Deck. Look at all this crap. Oh, they stink too.
That's one of my favorite jokes in DBZ Abridged when they do that scene, because they flip the image on all of their footage, so that way it's harder to track and get on the copyright.
Right, like it doesn't get auto-flagged as easily.
Exactly. The scouter says 9001 on it, but because it's flipped backwards, his line is, it's 1006, kick his ass.
It's pretty good. This is all trash. Let's bring this to the trash. Don't spill it. Oh! Do I pretend to spill it right now?
No.
Oh my god!
I will call you out on it. Insert helper noises.
Roy, are you a Venture Brothers fan?
Yes, insofar as that I've enjoyed everything I've watched, but I've not watched the whole thing.
Why haven't you watched the whole thing?
Because I have to go out of my way to watch the whole thing, and I don't do that unless it's something that I'm like, oh, I must watch this.
All right then. Cool.
Like, if it's on, I'm not going to turn it off. I will absolutely sit there and watch it. And I've seen... It's mostly just because whenever I would have cable and Adult Swim is on, I'd watch.
Is this chick doing a slide cancel? Totally. She's combat sliding.
That's great.
I take it back. This is my favorite pose. I would definitely play this as your highest mobility person. Higher than the motorcycle. She's just sliding all over the place. She's got chin supports. That's true. Yeah, no, I'm not going to do any of this cleanup. Roy's going to get to do that. I just wanted to remove him from the sprues so I could show him off.
Oh, joy.
Is that an Apex Legends mini? Pretty much.
The crossover is not as far off as you would think.
Yeah, the Titanfall universe is pretty much a Cyberpunk universe. Just not limited to... God damn. She's got a gigantic ass, too. These women on these bikes, like the regular ones, they have the normal hourglass figure, but the ones on the bikes, it was like, I think, quite literally, they're like, man, these are difficult to make clear. Like the bike is too wide. How do we solve that problem? I know, just give them the badonkadonk ass. Just go big.
Go home.
It works. The bikes look cool. I do like the Akira bikes.
And literally the only reason why I even had the idea was because I was sitting there playing Fortnite and I'm like, this character looks really cool on a bike. I want bikes in Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
And my character in Cyberpunk also looks really cool on Jackie's bike.
Spoilers.
Eh. Could have said Scorpion.
All right, last but not least, these are the official minis. So there's Mike Pondsmith, Magic Mike. I like that he's holding up his his badge, and you can actually see it. It says NCPD. I'm not sure if stream can see it, but I'm going to make sure that they can. Ooh.
Hello, El Pollo.
NCPD. I think his face is a little kind of melty, but that's okay. It gets there. He's pretty cool. Night City Police. Also, the box says it comes with 6 guys, and then Roy pointed out last week it actually came with 7. There's just a mysterious extra trooper guy like this, and it's a different pose. I like these guys a lot, actually. Even though the Mini definitely requires some like flashing cleanup, you can kind of see here on the finger, it's like a little bit of lingering schmoo there and stuff like that. The Minis are kind of made out of this high detail, but ABS like resin or something.
More pouches.
Yeah, exactly. I'm all about the pouch life. Rob Liefeld had it right. More pouches equals more cool.
One of the few things he actually got correct.
And then we got the police sniper. Tell he's a sniper because he holds his gun pointed up in the air. Yeah, see, where are his pouches at? He's got bandoliers. He could have pouches on that. Or she? No, this is a he, I'm pretty sure. It's just kind of a very chesty, breasty plate. Extra sniper heads. They do give you some build variants in the boxes, but not a ton.
Albino Black Sheep asks, are they 28 millimeter scale?
They're about the same scale as these Minis, 30 millimeter-ish. These are made by Monster Fight Club. So these are the official Cyberpunk Combat Zone Lawmen Minis.
Got a Prime sub coming in from Anthony Hughes, so I can confirm that we did get that. Thank you very much.
Indeed. Weird. Everything saying Deep's Bucks happened?
Yeah, he was having Anthony was having an issue earlier about getting it to proc off. So.
I understand. I'm with you. So the troopers are pretty cool. The lettering on the police is actually very impressively good. Like the molds are really good. They just the ones in the starter box. The starter box is Maelstrom and Arasaka?
No. Tiger Claws.
Tiger Claws, that's it. And I put together that box to demo the game, and there were some that were really had some bad issues, like bad mold line shift and stuff. But this box, you can see it here on this arm, that mold line, and here up on the head. The mold lines are just like true circles, like they don't try and follow details most of the time. So I think on these, it actually works better because they've just got more visual noise on them, so it's not a big deal.
I wonder if the actual starter gang boxes for Tiger Claws and Maelstrom are better or not.
It may literally have just been occasionally you get one that's not as good. Because this whole box is pretty good. Like even that mold line, I would consider potentially not even cleaning that up, depending on how it looks after spraying black on it. And then we have one more trooper dude, and this is the special one. He has a riot shield.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah. That's fair, Rufus. I don't know. They probably used a CNC for their mold making, but I don't know. I don't know what Monster Fight Club's process is. I'd love to know more. Would you like to know more? Yeah, very little flash on these. There was more flash on the Maelstrom ones. The Maelstrom faces obviously have like crap coming off of them to a great degree, so it's like tougher to get those molds. These are the two options for the guy with the shield. So you can do a full mask or like a little bit of face showing. Definitely gas mask. And then you get one cyber dog. Because cops gotta have dogs. Yeah, it's a bendy resin of some kind. There's also some concessions to mold making here, like filled in between the legs. It's fine. The box, that was fast. The box with the Lawmen minis and all of their play cards was $50. And it's how many minis? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's not a bad price. I don't dislike them. I think we're gonna paint a couple of these guys today because they're more rocked and ready to go. I'll just do a couple of these troopers because they're probably gonna show up in my list.
As they should. Sarge for sure.
Are you kidding me? I gotta take Magic Mike.
I mean, you take them both.
That's true.
I don't even think Sarge is a specialist.
Go to GeoCities. Yeah, I'm not going to do any more assembly-related stuff. I think we're going to stick these on bases, spray them up, prime them, see how quickly we can get these painted. The thing is, they have tons of detail all over them, but also, these guys are going to end up like entirely black and blue with like little pops of silver or whatever. So, I'm probably just going to like slap chop adjacent these.
Yeah, Sarge is just a basic lawman, so you can take as many of them as you want.
I think this is supposed to be Sarge.
Yeah, the hat. That hat, at least.
Yeah, hat and face. But he also could just pass for a regular trooper. Right? Because it's like basically the same body.
I like El Pollo's idea.
It's El Pollo's idea.
Do a rainbow cop painting, each pouch a different color.
Pass. Sounds like a lot of work without any real benefit or payoff.
The benefit is you get to be cool.
Like I said, without any real benefit or payoff.
Listen to you.
I like that they leave the pegs on from the casting process, but it's like the flat bases, they don't have holes in them.
That make the holes.
I could do that. I could make holes. They're still not the right size. I'm just gonna.
They're more like guidelines anyway.
Sure. Cut a couple of these. The Evan Show.
Pirates references always come out of nowhere. It's like an RKO.
What are we pirating?
Everything.
Are these Space Marines? Excuse me.
Bless you.
I hope covering my mic helped.
Yeah, I think.
Pretty much, I think. Take these off for a bit so my hands can stink up the place. Ooh. You can go back to the wide camera for a bit, Roy.
That would be that one, yeah. 8.
Wow, he did it. Chat, he's learning.
It's not like I run my own stream or anything.
Yeah, but like, I've watched your stream, Roy.
Aw, that's mean.
Listen, you have personality. The technical acumen will come with time.
It's not like I've been doing this for 12 years or anything.
It'll come with time. Eventually. All right. Oh God, do I have to pour out my treasure trove to find my good super? I'll just use my bad super glue, the one that sometimes doesn't work. Technically, this isn't embroidered. This is just gold paint, but you do need one. For those that will inevitably ask, this is made by Armor Gear. It was a gift for Christmas last year from my sister, and a good one. Head joined.
Yeah, how do you...
!subscribe. Nothing has happened to the Discord, Pete. If you're not in it, then something about your connection between your account on Discord and your account on Twitch has broken.
Twitch API will occasionally reset itself, so yeah, just double check your connections there through Discord to see if there's any weird issues. Even just disconnecting and reconnecting should help you out there.
I think that this glue doesn't work at all. I think that this glue is dead. I'm gonna have to dig through for looking for another one. Also, I came in today and Scott left a mess before he. We'll see. Insta set. Does it set?
Mike Genie says, Scott's gone. Can we take this opportunity to greenlight the Miniac apron merch production process?
Yeah. We can. Anything else we need to do while Scott's gone? Things that we can commit to? Troubleshoot, I just wanted to make sure I wasn't kicked for my shark-loving personality. You would not be kicked for loving sharks. I'm pretty sure. I don't know, the mod team can be pretty capricious and arbitrary.
Are you the mod team?
No, I'm not. The thing is, I don't want to be a mod of places if I interact with them.
Fair.
Because if I interact with them, I want to be able to, mouth off and be mean.
I mean, that doesn't really stop any other mod from doing the same thing. So.
You're right, but when I am a mod, this stream being sort of the exception, I take that very seriously and try and not
be Evan,
not weigh in. I'm a bit incendiary and confrontational, I know it, but I also think fairness is very important, and I think that most moderators suck at that kind of stuff. And it bothers me. And I know that means it bothers other people too. It also bothers me that I'm slightly out of focus, but there's nothing I can do about that right now.
R.I.P.
I mean, Roy could come over here and stumble through trying to work a focus ring.
I could definitely attempt it. I don't know if you want me to attempt it.
I'm not sure I do either. The command has a timeout on it.
That was also not an exclamation point. I posted it earlier. If you scroll up just a little bit, Megalodon, you should be able to see it.
The exclamation mark subscribe and exclamation mark Discord are actually different commands, so. Shit.
What'd you do, glue yourself?
I glued myself, yes.
Ah, yes, tried and true.
Only the best. Only the best. So yeah, for those that don't know, this Gorilla Gel Super Glue is amazing. However, what I have found is it does have a shelf life to it. And not a very long one. Of course, I abuse the crap out of my hobby products. They live in my car a lot of the time. So they get some heat cycles.
Now cold cycles.
Yeah, that still qualifies as heat cycles. Evan, why are you spending this time attaching models to bases instead of subtly adjusting the entire organization of Office while Scott is gone? Well, that would require there to be organization to subtly adjust. I kind of want to take you guys for a field trip and just show you the state of the office that he left it in before he left for Germany, but maybe that would be too mean. I had to part the waters as if Moses. The hobby desk was just covered in stuff. And the game table is also completely covered in games right now. Yeah, we're not going to do it. Pro tip from Eon's Battle, don't buy the bottles, just get disposable metal tubes. Yeah, I used to do that, but I stopped. Because I have a hobby kit, and I worry about rupturing those. All right, we got 4 guys on bases. Let's just drop them until they break off. All right. I have more gloves. I know Scott's got gloves somewhere, but I'm not going to try and fish them out.
Fish, 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 fish.
Also,
don't do it.
Crack a cold one open with me, Louise. Magician was walking down the street and turned into a grocery store. That is the worst one in this whole deck. That's awful. Let's try again. Let's try again. You know what? Maybe this. 2 penguins walk into a bar, which is crazy. The second penguin should have seen it. Yeah. Yeah.
It's like the jokes you get on the bottle of Snapple.
Yeah, exactly. Or lollipop sticks or whatever. Yeah.
Bazooka Joe.
100%. Scott's viewing bitches. What?
There was a question earlier. How do we collectively refer to the Miniac crew? The Miniacs, something far more clever that Millimeter Matt can't think of.
The Miniac gang. Where is that? I also found this airbrush. Just on the carpet. With no needle guard on it and everything. It's just like, yeah, that's fine. Where's the power switch for this thing? There we go. Ow!
Hey, you pulled a me.
Life is hard, and then you die.
Let me know when you want me to
No
be.
wonder this thing runs all the time. His QD is leaking. It's helpful if it was screwed on all the way. No, that didn't help at all. Goody peepees might be taken. Yeah, goody peepees is the audience, though. We ain't goody peepees. Oh yeah, you know what? I'm gonna do a little bit of show and tell of other stuff. Roy hasn't seen this either. Go to the paint cam real quick.
Paint cam.
Paint cam. Oh, look at how dark that is. Oh wow, look at that. It's got auto. Yeah, I hate that. All right, so I'm working on a Blood Bowl team because I'm playing in a Blood Bowl league.
Oh yeah.
This is my color scheme.
Get them dwarfs.
Yeah. His hands still need to actually be painted. It didn't bother. I got angry last
Where's
night.
your death roller?
I do have a death roller. Got a happy dwarf on top with his beer. Yeah. This thing is, I don't remember where this came from, but it's an alt sculpt specifically for the death roller, and I was like, yeah, this is cooler than a lawnmower. So yeah, I started working on that yesterday. I established my scheme. I also finished this guy up. I showed him off on the Discord recently. He's a Super Fantasy Brawl figure.
Oh, nice.
This is about a 3-hour paint. Maybe a little less. Just wanted to do something quick and cartoony and fun. Super Fantasy Brawl is a game that's very fun. Everyone should check out. And it's kind of hard to get right now. Dwarfs!
Yeah, Mythic.
Mythic kind of having some struggles at the moment.
There's another company that is having some struggles as well right now. A lot more than struggles. Devil Pig Games. I don't know if you know them. They're the ones that do Heroes of Normandy and that whole system.
I've heard of Heroes of Normandy, but the company name doesn't ring a bell.
The person who owns the company did some bad stuff, so they are all out of jobs.
Oh, that's good. Mythic is in some trouble, Rufus, but Super Fantasy Brawl, I don't know if Megalodon Jaws is still here, but Super Fantasy Brawl was bought by Cool Mini or not. There's a lot of new old stock out there for the game. Oh, man. Okay, maybe I'm not using this airbrush. Scott definitely left primer in the cup.
Ooh, rip.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not going to unfuck that right now. Let's see if I can find a different airbrush. That's the next drawer down, I think. Yeah, here we go. What do we got here? Peach. God, there's so much stuff. How many hard-earned Steam bucks do you have, Scott? My God. Chat, we could do an Airbrush giveaway today.
Today on stream, Evan spends 2 hours fixing various stuff that's in a barely functioning state.
Listen, man, it's part of the problem with being special projects is you find a lot of special projects. Yeah, we could probably use this Infinity. Is this a Squidmar edition? It's not like my Squidmar edition, but I know that they've done other ones since then, so perhaps. Let's take a gander. What is this needle guard? I see. Oh, it's like a storage cap needle guard. Okay. Yeah, we'll use this. Can we go through more stuff and blame it on Scott? Yeah, probably. Can I pop this lid? There we go. Is this thing clear?
Rufus wants to be shipped Galactus.
Rufus, you had to win the giveaway. Oh. Does this have a Mac valve?
Millimeter Matt asks if they are late to the party on Adepticon tickets.
I don't know, man. I don't know how that shit works.
No, we cannot get Evan to dance to stream music.
Okay, we're not going to use this. Seems like it has a Mac valve, but I don't see it. But it's like definitely not flowing. Back to the drawing board. Don't worry, there's like 10 more airbrushes to try. This is ridiculous.
Backups on backups on backups. Or realistically just old stuff.
Stuff sent as a, hey, check this out. Can you talk about this?
It's not can you, it's will I.
Will I? I'll use this pash.
Just reset. No, 45 minutes.
Which, the cap, maybe I won't. Jesus Christ. My God, Scott, take better care of your stuff. There we go. Oh.
Azathoth has a very great question. Evan, what is your opinion on ASOIAF Tactice, which is supposed to be Tactice?
Tactice, my favorite. It's a Tactice. This doesn't have a QD on it, so let's just steal one from something else. What are my thoughts on Tactics? I don't have any thoughts on it, actually. I know that's a very kind of disappointing answer, but I don't know who the designers are on the game. I don't know anything about the rule set. I don't know. No, I'm not going to steal that one. I'll steal the one off of the Airbrush that's like completely turbo fucked right now. I don't know where I said it. I just don't know anything actually about the game. It seems like an obvious layup because they have a gigantic model range of all these different heroes and so on that they can use, which is cool. But if the game isn't any good, then it doesn't matter, right? So we shall see. I don't know, Roy. What do you think about them doing a skirmish tactics game in the Song universe?
To be less inflammatory, I will say that I think the concept is really cool. I am later in my life now. Not that I'm that old, but I do appreciate skirmish games, which means there's less to set up, less to take down. If they expand the eras available,
this shit doesn't work.
If they expand the eras available, that rather than just the War of Five Kings, I think I'd definitely be in. But I think I'm also on your train that we need to know who the designers are and how the game's going to play and the basic rules and what the definition of the word is.
Uh-oh, we're getting into it now. Okay, and then this one is the different size of thing, and I don't have the thing for that.
More info is coming.
Yeah, No, I mean, like, I figure as much. Obviously, there's going to be a Kickstarter and all that. I'm interested. I like the big dragon. I'm not. Don't take anything as what I said as being negative. I just like I can't. If I had a strong opinion right now, it would be based on basically nothing, and I would be extremely suspicious of that. You know, if anyone is incredibly excited for it, they're probably just a fan of the setting. And if anybody is incredibly down on it, it's probably just because of previous experiences with the setting or whatever. And I just lost the rubber cap. God damn it. I'll find that later. Well, maybe I'm brush on primering because I keep pulling out airbrushes and they keep not being in working condition.
Gotta go old school.
This evolution looks fine. Last chance. Hey, when I press it down, it does stuff, but it feels like it doesn't have a needle in it. It does. Okay, good. Okay. I finally found one that looks like it's in working condition.
We did it, fam.
Holy mother of God. Not sure that it's actuating the needle properly, though. It's not. Check this out. The needle is loose. Like that chuck is completely loose. It is stuck in there. So I'll crank it down and try and remove it, and then it just gets stuck. This needle is very jammed.
Welcome to the airbrush cleaning stream.
It's ridiculous. We are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 airbrushes deep, and not one of them is in working condition. I am frankly disappointed. All I want to do is prime a mini. I don't even, like, I would my life for a master airbrush right now. Yes, I could have brought one of my airbrushes, which all work and are clean. Yeah, I should just throw these in like the trash or something. Yeah, since you don't want them, I took care of the problem. No, it's just ridiculous. I see another one sitting there, tantalizingly. Fine, we'll try one more. This one's like, oh, never mind, that one doesn't have a cutie on it. All right, we're brush primering. I give up. This is ridiculous. This is such a huge waste of my time. Ooh, I almost poured shit all over the place.
Broken airbrush giveaway.
I said we could do an airbrush giveaway. Scott wouldn't even notice.
You don't have to know if it's working or not.
I mean, the nice thing about an airbrush is because of the type of machine that it is, you can resuscitate them with a little bit of work. Anyway, going back to what we were talking about. I want to believe that the tactics game is going to be good and fun, and I will back it on Kickstarter unless something rears its head that's like, oh, maybe I don't want to play this game, but I find that to be highly unlikely. So that's where I'm at on it. I will say it's kind of like, I'm surprised it wasn't announced like 2 years ago or something like that, because it just seems like the game has been doing well and going strong for a long time, but also things have been backed up due to COVID. I'm gonna unveil my secret technique for brush on primer, which is I actually just use a giant dry brush for it.
Oh yeah, that crackle.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
ASMR. Yeah, secret technique is in, this is not very secret, and a lot of people do this, but works pretty well. Oh my God. This really is the scuffed stream. Hang on. I might need a professional bottle opener in a second here. Let's try one more time. Yep. Okay. I need Oh, hey, I've got all these airbrushes lying around. I can just use that. Will this needle fit? Sure. This is how you're supposed to use an airbrush, chat.
Like a ink blot pen?
Yeah.
There you go.
You know what they say, if it's stupid and it works, right?
It's still stupid.
Oh, okay. Good to know. Now I'm using Reaper brush on primer, in case anyone cares. Because it's the brush on primer that's most easily available at the source. I could have just done this instead of fucking around with airbrushes for like half an hour. What a joke.
Honestly, I should probably do that then rather than the way that I normally do it.
Oh, that's a concerning statement. How do you normally do it, Roy?
Not the brush on, just I use the spray cans.
Oh yeah, spray cans are fine.
It's cold now though.
You can do it in the cold.
I know, I have. It's had varying levels of success.
Key is that the can needs to be warm and the mini needs to be warm, and you need to let it dry in a warm environment. Warm and dry. Do all three of those things. You can spray outside in the middle of winter. Use the airbrush needle to give myself a tattoo. Could do that. My plan of like slap chopping this guy is like down the toilet though, because I can't do the zenithal part easily, and if I can't do that easily, I might as well just paint the whole thing myself. No, that's an urban legend, Rufus. I have to buy an airbrush in order to zenithal anything. Everyone knows that. Enter. Yeah, what's up? No. No. We'll pass, thanks. Have a good one. Well, it wasn't a package delivery, and we didn't get shot, so. Ooh, one of his feet just snapped free. We're not gonna apply any more pressure there.
Y'all need to throw a no solicitor sign on the door.
It shouldn't be necessary inside of an office building.
Yeah, well, you know how people get in. I could have gotten in if I wanted to.
Sure, but like that's just it. Is we get deliveries, a lot of deliveries. So, oh yeah, he's looking good. This is the one where I'm like, man, I wish I had an airbrush because it's like getting down in there. Fuck that. That's a pain. Yeah, he was trying to sell us employee benefits, and it's like, I can tell you what Scott's not going to be interested in. With the amount of employees, actual employees that Scott has, which is 1. If I can't paint it, nobody will see it. That is not true, because like, it's right there in his chest. It's just that his gun is pointed.
What the?
It was a tray moving. His gun is pointed down and across, so there's like a narrow gap in here that's like really hard to get into, but that's okay. We'll get there. If I have to go in with a smaller brush to finish priming, we can do that. You should unionize. I'm not an employee. I'm on contract. I can't unionize. Miniac LLC is not big enough to like need or whatever labor law, etc., recognize unions.
disagree with myself all the time. So unity within oneself is a process.
What are we talking about? I like unions. Evan not being unionized with himself. Yeah, that's fair. That's good. One more. Works real well. Certainly a lot more efficient than trying to like actually carefully brush it on. Gets down into those crevices real nice. I don't really care about the brush that much.
This is Slap Chop 3.0.
Yeah, where you just paint the minis black.
Yeah.
I did it.
I mean, all you got to do is highlight, paint faces, and paint badges, and you're done.
You know, I was hoping that was true, but canonically, at least, NCPD wears mostly blue.
Yeah, but, you know, this is your universe. You can paint them whatever the heck you want.
That's true. Normally, I do that. Time to paint them red. My cops are red.
Yeah, see, the Ariadne scheme I went for my guys is gray, brown, and black, where they're supposed to be, like, U.S. military camo, and I'm like,
I thought you were playing, like, zoners or whatever.
So I'm playing Edge Runners for Cyberpunk, but for Infinity, I have ARF. U.S. ARF.
Don't let the corporation put you down.
We gotta get you a big picket sign.
Yeah. It's like a video idea. How will I paint minis now that I'm unionized? Any spots that I missed on these guys? Is it drying up? Yes. Yeah, so I know that there are other LTT enjoyers in here, and I just reiterated to Scott that actually Dan from the WAN show and I are actually probably secretly the same person. Just like Jekyll and Hyde, because he's like a very slim, kind of diminutive guy, and I'm very big and loud and brash and stuff, but otherwise we have the exact same background. Audio production background, music, etc.
I thought your background was a paint desk.
Well done.
I give Idris Elba credit for that joke.
Sure. So yeah, has LTT unionized yet? They really do need to. I don't think they do. It certainly seems that all of their people that are currently working there are pretty happy with their situation. But I don't know.
I think it's more that they just have to keep telling Linus to stop spending money.
Maybe. All going according to plan. I'm more of a Gamers Nexus enjoyer. Yeah, all right. We don't need to get too embroiled in controversy here. It's okay to like both. That's true, HUD. However, that's clearly not what they want to do. So, none of my business is what it boils down to.
We've got a sub here from HUD, a hobby daddy, giving us some Bezos bucks, hashtag labor forever for 22 months. Thank you very much.
Jeff Bezos personally endorsed that message.
Exactly.
It's not anti-union tripe, Azathoth. It's true. But more than that, no. I've read a lot of feedback from former employees, and most of them say, yeah, didn't feel I needed a union, felt I was fairly compensated, felt the work environment was go, 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 go. But Me and the dogs were going to form a union if I didn't get the hobby supplies I needed from the dogs. Didn't get the good treats. She said, go ahead and strike. Yeah.
I think we're good with dog treats. Supplies, that might be different.
Typical upper management, not giving out enough treats. My dog would agree with that assessment. He throws a protest anytime I give cats treats. He's like, no, I have to get those too. Even though he has his own exclusive dog treats that he gets. He also needs to partake in the cat treats. So.
Hey, Evan, I just wanted you to know that I just primed some stuff and the airbrush worked perfectly. Salute.
I could have brought one of my own airbrushes, all right? This is what happens when you rely on other people's hobby stuff.
That's why you don't do that.
You understand the environment that we're in here, right, Roy? This is truly a target-rich. It should not be hard to find a working airbrush.
But that's also, again, you relying on somebody else to
I know.
Like, no shade or anything.
There's so many. There's
do your own thing.
Never let them catch you lacking. Yeah. I got 3 airbrushes and they're always up. They never break. I bend a needle and I get out one of my spares. All right. Which one of these are we going to paint first? Great. Now you guys can't see them at all. Perfect. I think we'll just start with a regular trooper. And do we want get on the ground guy or just walking with gun up guy? We'll do walking with gun up guy. He's like the most generic place to start.
Blue 9, he was using Reaper Black hand primer.
See, I knew someone was going to ask.
I paid attention, so I answered.
Black primer, brush on primer. It's good stuff. Works well. Satin finish, good surface to paint on. Seems to adhere better to the Mini than most airbrush primers that I've used. It's actually probably my second favorite primer overall. It's not as good as Vallejo's spray primer, toughness-wise. But Vallejo's spray-on primer really does need a couple hours to cure. I've definitely not waited long enough and had problems because of it. All right, so. I want some blues. That's dark magenta. That's the opposite of blue. Contrast Leviathan blue. That's not what I want. Blue black? Dark blue. Damn. I want that blue black. Transparent blue. That'll be useful. Oh yeah, there's that organization. Blue black.
Yeah, your paint case there is an absolute nightmare and an abject failure.
People have seen it. It's organized. You know how I know?
Because you know where everything is, even though you just took 2 minutes to find blue.
No. I know where everything is. It's all in this box.
Oh yeah. Exactly.
Every Pro Acryl paint is in this box. Your organization ends there. That's a lot of blues. I don't think I actually need anything else to start with. A gray would probably be good. Dark silver. Ugh, that's not what I want. Gray. Old white. Should just bought another bottle of yesterday. You could go to the not out of focus paint cam while I'm digging through here so they can look at the back of my head while I do this.
Does anybody really want that?
I don't know. There's a gray, German gray. That's not Pro Acryl. It's something else. Don't tell anybody.
This stream not sponsored by Pro Acryl.
Better than looking at the back of Scott's ear. You mean read this all the time. Yeah. Blues, dark silver again. How did I do that twice? Yeah. Am I gonna use true metallics or am I just gonna rely on my painting skill? For now, I'll rely on painting skill and then regret that choice later.
Big ups.
Huh?
Big ups.
Yeah. Paint handle. Generic pointy guy. Spaces are really small.
28 mil.
I think they're 25 actually.
they were 25, I think they'd be the same size as Infinity, and they're not.
Well, this is the smallest size of the holder thing, in the sense that it actually doesn't hold it if you just place it in there.
Oh, gotcha.
Which I think is 25.
Gotcha.
I could be wrong.
Paint Liquor asks, have this fine establishment tried the Army Painter War Paint Fanatic?
Yeah, we did actually last stream. If you go to the Miniac's backlog channel, the VOD there, the Fanatic paints are all sitting off to my right here on the floor, because that's how we organize things. It's all just chilling.
Is there a thing I can link to for that?
Yeah, if you go to the Miniac's backlog channel on YouTube.
Oh, so just go to that.
Yeah, and then just look at the most recent one and grab the URL. Someone else can do it too. The URLs for YouTube or that page are whitelisted. Yeah, all right, so.
Miniac backlog. From 6 days ago?
That sounds about right. The most recent paint stream. Oh no, yeah, I don't know. Roy's smart.
That should be it.
He'll figure it out.
Yeah.
If it's not the right one, then you can always just click around on the channel and give us some CPM or whatever. There's the real big brain move. Link the wrong one on purpose. Oh, sorry. I meant this one. All right, German gray. That's a very dark gray. BTT. I had to buy another one because this one is getting a little too thick to spray.
You want me to switch back to paint cam?
You can at your leisure. Right now I'm just setting up the palette.
That paint versus BAM as far as multicolor triad versus warm and cool color?
What?
For the Fanatic?
Oh, versus broken anvils. I think Scott kind of really loved that system from Broken Anvil, but it seems very unlikely that any of us are going to get that paint, so.
Just checked, Evan is correct. These are words he loves to see. The smallest size that fits in the top of that paint handle is 28 millimeter. All right, I just read the sticker and it said 28, so. Whenever Evan is around, I am not in the market to be right. I'm just in the market to not be yelled at anymore.
Damn, that's harsh. Yeah, you know what? Actually, I gotta aim this up more for painting. Sorry, chat. I apologize. A little bit in. I endorse that message.
I get to play 2 characters today.
That's very fun, isn't it? It's like a role-playing game.
Yeah.
Depends on the movie. Scott's seen stuff that I haven't seen.
Yeah, but have you seen stuff that Scott hasn't seen?
Oh, yeah. We can all roast Scott for how much he loves B-movie.
My wife and her brother watch crappy B to C movies all the time, and I hate it.
Yeah, but we're not talking about B movies. We're talking about the movie B-movie.
Oh, I mean, that's the same thing.
The animated film starring Jerry Seinfeld as a B is a B movie. I mean, it is a B movie, but you know what? We're done. I'm not gonna proceed down this path any further. Oh, I already hate painting this mini. Is Scott right-handed? Yes, he is. Being left-handed has a big advantage on set, actually, because of how we do this. I'm seeing that you did you move frame here?
No.
Is that just this when it crops in?
Yeah, that's just there.
Okay, cool. Never mind.
You are also off-center in frame.
Yeah, you could adjust it if you wanted.
Okay.
You just find the source and move it. as one does.
Right, but then that leaves a big black thing on the side.
Never mind, I'll do it myself. You're right, because there's only so much that you can do before you run out. Because we're using a lens adapter, my focal plane is so narrow. It's actually pretty wild. Can tell me how you secretly feel about him now. It's okay, I won't tell him. Steve from Halo. How about those layoffs at Bungie? Imagine laying off your composer along with like a bazillion other people. It's pretty wild. Hey Scott, have you tried Cuttlefish Colors? I hear good things. Well, I'm not Scott and I haven't tried Cuttlefish Colors, so unfortunately, don't have a lot to offer you in that regard. Bungie really isn't the same anymore, it seems like. Roy, have you been keeping up with the Bungie layoffs?
To a certain degree, yes. I also am very done with Destiny, so it sucks for the people who lost their jobs for literally no reason, but F Bungie.
I guess it doesn't surprise me that you were a Destiny player at some point, I assume.
I love Destiny. I think the world is great. The gameplay initially was really fun, and then they introduced a whole bunch of stuff to Lightfall that was supposed to be really good, and it was really bad.
Yeah, that sounds pretty crappy.
Yeah.
Pretty sure you're Scott, Evan. Yeah, pretty much. We're all Scott here. Man, I wish I had my frickin' head zoom. Sexy gogs.
Yeah, a lot of people don't really get that bullet sponge is not fun.
It can be. I think Borderlands is pretty fun.
Yeah, is it though?
Yeah, the thing is it's just a fundamentally different gameplay experience than like, you know, actual shooters.
I remember when Borderlands was going to be good, and then they made what they made.
I don't know. It's funny. I didn't like Borderlands 3 all that much. It was okay. I had a good time playing with my buddy who wanted to play it. I really liked Tiny Tina's Adventure.
That one was definitely really fun. I enjoyed that a lot, even if it had the same issues. It didn't feel like it had the same issues.
Right. Well, because it's like it's no longer pretending to be like a real world. So yeah. I can let go of the fact that like I shot that guy in the head like 10 times. Why is he not dead? Like Tiny Tina's is a role-playing game. That shit happens all the time in role-playing games. So,
Queen Blood Stallion.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that game. Played it with my buddy Leech. Long-time subscriber Leech Muse. Oh, that's much brighter than I wanted.
Rip.
That's all right. We'll fix that later. We'll fix it in post.
Space Marine 2 should be pretty good. First game was very fun, if outdated.
I mean, it's an Xbox 360 third-person shooter in every conceivable way.
Right. And it was I remember I got it, I think like the first day it came out on PC, and played the heck out of it for like an hour, and then didn't touch it for years, and then finally like actually played through the whole thing last year.
Queen Butt Stallion. Make sure to put that on your Zoom call or whatever.
Bolt Gun was also really good.
I haven't played that yet.
Oh, it's so good.
I mean, it's just Doom, right?
Yeah, exactly, but Space Marine flavored.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, it is still just kind of just Doom.
Yeah, but you can't go wrong with that.
I'm not saying that's bad. I'm just saying that doesn't make me excited to play it that much. Trying to save myself some time on these guys by not doing like a full-blown everything must be painted on them. One of the advantages of them being in cop uniforms is truly that the primer color is part of this game, basically. They will get hit with matte black at some point, but you know, highlighting with a little bit of this German gray. I also do want to find spots to work in the NCPD blue. But for these trooper dudes, they're wearing so much tack gear. The one thing that I really want to give them pop-wise, let's see if I can get them in focus. The police is so sharp here. I think I'm going to drop some white paint into police and then hit it with, this is why I got this out, hit it with the Imperial Fist.
Sweet.
So it'll be bright yellow police letters.
Nice.
I'll definitely try and get that done on stream here. I don't know how much connection there's going to be between the campaigns of the two games. The first game ends on a pseudo cliffhanger. Space Marine, I mean. But it seems like they're just picking up with the same guy on a different planet. Like Captain Titus is just now on a completely different adventure.
Well, he gets demoted.
Oh, okay, so he's not a captain anymore?
So he's Lieutenant Titus right now in the campaign for Space Marine 2.
I see.
Not Termagants, but yes, Tyranids.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems like there's a big skip. He's both demoted and a Primaris. Well, of course he has to be a Primaris.
Yeah, gotta sell those new models.
Gotta rep the brand.
I initially really, really didn't like Primaris, and then they grew on me a lot.
I think they grew on themselves, man. They're real big. Welcome for that. Primaris Marines would be cooler if they all had mustaches.
I mean, you can do that.
Yeah, I can do a lot of things, though. I'm talking about from factory, they'd be cooler. What is this on his leg?
Pouch.
This one's like, it looks like he has like it's not a dump pouch. It looks like literally a strapped-on trash bag to his leg here.
Gotta pick up those severed limbs somehow.
Maybe it's a body bag.
Yeah. It just grows. It's bigger on the inside.
Yeah, all right. It's Doctor Who garbage. Colonoscopy bag. So there are other model sets for each range, and the gonks. there's a gonk box, and the gonks are rookies, and they're like panicking. it's like a guy like holding his gun and like clearly like doing a mag dump. It's awesome. Huge fan. I may end up buying those sculpts just because of that guy. It's so good.
I gotta figure out what I want to actually run for gonks with edge runners.
Yeah, everyone knows about the bag of holding in Cyberpunk. And when you open it, it plays. Donna.
When are you guys gonna get subscriber badges?
Roy in here asking the tough questions.
Even I have subscriber badges.
I don't dedicate time to making assets. I feel like HUD could make us some really sick subscriber badges.
Just look. There we go. That's what I needed to see. 77 month. Okay, cool.
77 months?
Yeah. Your own account will be considered a subscriber from the day that you had those assets unlocked.
I see.
I think I'm actually in the same.
Says he already has badges. Yeah, sure he does. Scott's just a turd. Well, I like Scott.
I would hope.
It's a job, man. I don't have to like my boss.
Yeah, but you... Okay, fair. I didn't really like many of my bosses either.
I mean, this is a job I explicitly do for fun, not for paying the bills. Get that gray going. Yeah, that's kind of working. Man, he's got so much, like, frickin' armor. Yeah, like he has, like, metal plates all over his legs. I'm just kind of like, can I just have pants?
This is a lot of effort for Slapchop.
I didn't do slap chop because I don't have no airbrush.
I just wanted to rub it in your face.
Whatever, man. I'm just putting in more effort, and that means that my minis are going to look better than yours.
I mean, your minis will look better than mine literally by existing. You've seen my paint jobs.
Yeah. It's all right. You just got to come to paint night on Mondays.
No.
We could get Roy good at painting pretty quick. You would dry brush. Yeah, I could dry brush. We'll do dry brush on the next one. We'll see which one gets us better results. Right now I'm just kind of dicking around and having fun. So it's fine. Oh, let's see here. What are we gonna do for blues? Blue black.
I like that it is kind of like a LARP.
Saying that I don't have a deep and nuanced presence in chat.
I'm with Rufus on this one.
It's really not that hard to paint white details when you have good white paint.
What is good white paint?
Pro Acryl's Bold Titanium White.
Last time I tried to buy that, they were out.
I just bought some yesterday.
You maybe get the other one, one of the Vallejo ones, I think.
Yeah, the Vallejo White is also good, but Pro Acryl Bold Titanium White is the best. I'll tell you what. That blue that I'm painting looks so similar to this gray.
Remember when I asked you about sending me a thing to figure out how to paint white clone armor? You never did that.
Oh, oops. My bad. I still can.
I should paint them at some point, but because I don't play Shatterpoint, because the only place that wants to play out here in Twin Cities for some reason plays on Mondays.
Yeah, and that's paint night, so you obviously can't do that.
Sigh.
If you guys don't know, Roy streams like 8 times a week or something.
I stream 4 times a week, and I also work on a video every week.
That's what I said.
So technically, I put out more content than Miniac does. Not as good. Not nearly as good. But more.
That's not an impressive statement. Scott would be the first one to tell you so. Scott's output is definitely quality over quantity. And the quantity is low.
Insantium 1 asks, why do people lick their brushes?
Because the paint tastes good. Just ask Pro Acryl. Jason, you still in here? Monument Hobbies loves it when people eat their paint. They have a whole ad campaign about it. You don't get cancer. You get cancer from other things, like cell phones.
Yep.
Drop a bit more white in there, and then we'll clean that up. Maybe what I do is hit it with the yellow first and then clean it up. Because our objective here is just to fill in the police with white. So that way when I hit it with the yellow, it pops. Yeah, that's part of the reason I don't like that keyboard, Roy.
I just have fat fingers in general.
Yeah, but
the keyboard does not matter.
The keys are so sensitive on that board.
That's actually half the reason why I like them, because they sound good, they feel good. I have a similar keyboard, but this one's just it pops a little bit more than mine does.
Roy's gonna walk out of here with a new keyboard.
I'm not. Honestly, I would if it was like 2% less dirty.
You can just clean it.
Yeah, but that takes effort.
Oh my God.
Did you know that there's a town in France called Miniac? Miniac Morvan. But,
What?
That's what Great Zeo has to say.
Maybe that's where Scott's going in secret. He's going to Monty's Answer.
How did they get away with being able to use Billie Eilish's face as a Twitch emote?
Billie Eilish doesn't own her likeness. Gotta settle the lawsuit. I can already tell you that I'm gonna like dry brushing more. That's 100% what's gonna happen. I'm gonna go, I should have done this the first time. And chat's gonna be like, we know. It's okay. I'm having fun. I think.
Wait a minute, I just saw that ranch cup in there, and now I want pizza.
He stole that guy's pizza. Do you still need to get out of here like right at 4?
Yes.
Okay. It's because Roy is gonna go to the pizza parlor.
My wife has an appointment that cannot be missed.
Sounds important.
It is.
What do you think, chat? We going long today? No, I'm just kidding.
You go long all you want. I'm out that door at 4 o'clock. You can end your own damn stream.
That's true. I could. Big ol' 4. That's Roy's wife appointment form. That's none of your business. Is actually the polite response to that.
Pizza does sound good.
Pizza does sound good.
My wife made garlic bread last night, and it was really good. The only problem was that the outside of the crust was a little burnt, but other than that, it was just amazing.
This is totally gonna work after I clean it up. Shit's gonna work great.
Bust out the phone stream deck and run it like olden days. Does the phone stream deck still only have 6 buttons?
No, it's like the same size as that. I think it's 12.
Okay. This one's 15.
Yeah, I'll let that dry and then we'll clean it up. I want. What's a good next step up in blue? We'll do dark blue. Looks like navy. They can't call it navy blue because they could get sued by the Navy.
But you can call it ultramarine blue.
That's a French word. Ultramarine is a type of baguette. True fact. Pigment color. No. It's a type of baguette. Everyone knows that. There's a little plate in this. Roy doesn't do a lot of painting.
I don't. I very much dislike it.
Roy would like it more if he came and did paint night.
I don't. You would not be the first person to try to teach me how to paint, and I've learned things over. I'm 35, so 23 years of painting stuff, but like.
Yeah, but Roy, I've only been painting for like 5 years.
Yeah, but you're best at everything because you're Evan.
No, I'm definitely not the best at painting, as evidenced by my struggles painting this guy.
You're also kind of off the side again. There you go. You need a bracket to like put your arms on.
Honestly, I would benefit immensely from him just being in a fixed holder, probably, as annoying as it would be.
See, now you got El Pollo using my government name, and now I'm sad.
What, you want me to call you Ryback?
That's what everybody else does on the internet.
That's weird.
Not to be confused with the wrestler, which I did not take my name from.
Sure you didn't, Mr.
didn't.
Pro Wrestling fan.
I am a massive wrestling fan, but I have had that name since before he had that name.
You sure?
I am 100% sure. He first went by Ryback in 2003, and I first went by Ryback in 1999.
Yeah, I've been using MCXL long before the dental milling machine came out.
There you go.
Board game something.
Board
Game Geek TV, rating with a party of 20. Hell yeah.
Thank you for that raid. Welcome aboard, everybody.
Wrestling miniatures game?
The Gale Force 9 created a board game that had miniatures called Superstar Showdown, and it was insanely good. And they only made the base game and never made any expansions, but it had John Cena,
dun, 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 dun.
Randy Orton, Roman Reigns, Big E, Big Show. I'm pretty sure Daniel Bryan was in it, but I can't remember, and there was one more.
But did it have The Undertaker?
Did not, no, because it was
Game
using
sucks.
people that were active at the time.
Didn't have Goldberg?
No.
Game sucks. Game's only good if I can spam the spear.
You can when you play Roman.
That's all I remember from like that black cartridge N64 wrestling game.
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember which one that is, but that was the one that everybody loved and was amazing.
No Mercy, I think.
Something like that.
Yeah.
And I just remember I would always make the custom profile and I would just be like, yeah, my signature move, I just have like 4 copies of the spear. And like a clothesline. Because you could just spam it as they got up and just hit them again. It was the dumbest, cheesiest thing of all time.
Oh, yeah, definitely cut myself with that can. Awesome.
Are you... Seriously?
Yeah.
Can you not?
Sorry.
Roy's over there bleeding on my keyboard.
No, I'm not bleeding. It just, I see the cut from a very thin piece of can.
I'm just going, see, he's got fingers, but I'm going with he's wearing gloves because I'm not painting flesh tones on his fingers. He's got a covered face with a big helmet.
Coward.
Just be an unnecessary pop of weird pink. They would look like weird. It just popped out of the holder again.
Boop.
Yeah, see, these bases have like totally vertical sides, almost. And so the holder, when you rotate it in the holder, it's like, I can't hold on. Not good. Not a fan. All right, and then faded ultramarine for our highlight, probably. Yeah. Oh, well, I could do gray-blue. Gray-blue.
Okay.
What are we okaying?
There's something on my phone.
Oh.
There's a graphic for something, and I'm like, you're missing half the graphic. What's going on here?
That's just a graph.
I don't know what Rumble Slam is. Let's find out.
Rumble Slam?
Yeah.
That sounds made up.
No, it's a fantasy wrestling game for 2. Uh-oh.
I'm continuing my...
It's from TT Combat. I actually have seen this. It's like hyper stylized fantasy wrestling. There's a monkey here named Captain Lewis. Captain Thatch. Officer Radness is like a Russian sailor. It's kind of interesting. The Booty Chasers, that's your wrestling faction there.
Yeah, now we're talking. I wasn't interested until just then.
I know that some of these are actually like stylized off of some actual wrestlers and other things. Like there's Michelle J. Wolf, which is Michael J. Fox's character from Teen Wolf, but just gender bent, obviously.
Gender bent, what does that mean?
Take a guess.
Like when you break your dick off?
Yeah, exactly that.
Oh, okay. Razor Raymond Raccoon.
Oh, they have the Scorpion King as a model. That's fantastic.
I mean,
Cactar.
I'm only getting more and more interested the more you talk about it. Even though this is, looking at it, this is clearly not a leather holster. Yeah, you know what? Actually, this is a mistake. I've made a huge mistake.
There are no mistakes, just happy accidents.
In this case, I've just made a mistake.
Oh, the Greek. It's Leonidas.
What is this again? Is this a wrestling game?
Yeah, it's a wrestling miniatures game.
And it has the Scorpion King and Leonidas from 300?
It's not exactly 300, but sure.
It's a wrestling game?
Yeah, definitely not a Donkey Kong Mini as well.
This doesn't sound like wrestling. This just sounds like unlicensed, unmatched, or something.
I mean, if you see some of these models, you would understand.
They have like lucha masks or something?
No, they're like it's hyper stylized wrestling. Like if you got a bunch of kids to make up their own like wrestling characters after watching 80s and early 90s WWF, this is what they would come up with if they were like unhinged and could do whatever.
Right.
So
okay.
You've got Baxter here, who is basically the British Bulldog, but he's also literally a humanoid bulldog. That's what you come up with.
Sure. Wow. I got out black. Oh, I bumped it again. Circumference? Is he a circle? Is there a miniature that's just a sphere or a circle?
No, that'd be funny though.
Because that would be awesome.
Oh, I see.
He would have to come in a box with Triangle Man.
Oh, Brock Spector. Yeah, I see that. There we go. That's
Brock Spector?
Yeah, he's got like so instead of having the sword tattoo, it's just a sword leaking blood out of his chest. Even though he's a ghost.
It just sounds like Mad Libs.
You're not wrong. He's just very large. There's a dwarf with giant mech fists.
I'm in. Let's buy it.
Let's see if I can find that.
Great, now I have the John Cena horn blast in my head.
Oh, Mr. Fister. That's it right there.
What?
Pretty cool model.
His name is Mr. Fister?
Yeah, because he's a dwarf with like.
No, I mean,
giant robotic-
I understand. It's just like, holy crap. How did I not see this at the TT Combat boot?
It's a good question.
Booth,
They've got the
even.
Stargazers, which is, Stargators, which is Kurt Russell, and then also for some reason, crocodile person.
I managed to fill in the bottom of the L somehow.
Rip.
So, it's Ice. Oh, almost. We're gonna get it.
Oh, the first hairbender is another dwarf wrestler that he makes a fist out of his beard hair.
Yeah, that sounds cool too. Oh, we let that dry. I'll do it on this guy too.
So we know what Evan's next miniature game is.
In fact, actually, the way I'll do it here, I'm just going to overpaint the whole thing. It's fine.
You probably want to push your model up and to the right a bit.
It's fine. No one needs to see this malarkey.
Hey, people are here to watch you paint. Put your painting on stream, sir.
They're here for our wicked funny personalities or whatever. And me hitting the camera with my head every time.
Too tall.
For real.
You've got the Lords of the Ring, which are luchador hobbits.
Sure.
Fantastic.
You're a luchador hobbit.
I mean, one of those is kind of true. You have hairy feet.
Yeah, but you're a lot taller than a hobbit. You're not Scott short.
No, I'm 6 foot tall.
Yeah, can you guys believe that Scott is only 4'7"?
I believe it.
Jin Diesel? What?
I don't think I've seen
You guys are just making up stuff. I refuse to believe that something this great has flown under the radar for this long for me. Where's my damping pad? I want to properly dry brush the high and mighty way on the internet. That's okay. I'll just. There's a model called the Nut.
Yeah, I saw that one.
HUD. Does he come with a speech bubble that says nut time?
No.
Roy, do you know about nut time?
No, I do not. And I would prefer not to.
Roy doesn't know about nut time, Chad. All right, so this one we'll try dry brushing. That's a neat trick. Just gonna pick up a little bit of this German gray, and I'm gonna mix it with a teeny bit of dark blue.
There's also Sir Hugh Mann, who is 5 goblins in a suit of knight armor and boots.
Hell yeah. And so like right now, it's base coating. But then it just magically becomes dry brush consistency. And then we're just gonna go fucking nuts. I'm gonna like this way more than all that work I did on the other one, probably.
Rip.
Even though I'm gonna go back through and do all of his armor plates separately. Pick up a little bit more. Yeah. That actually is coming through on camera. Okay, that's good. A little bit more blue. Mr. Sock?
It's a ghost, technically, with a human puppet for a hand.
Yeah, all right. That's too much. because I don't know what I'm doing.
I mean, that's the average experience for you, but, why is it different this time?
What are you talking about? I'm an expert at everything I do, Roy.
Except for list building, apparently.
That's why I haven't done it yet, because I'm not an expert. Boom.
That looks pretty good.
Yeah, I think I went a little bit too light blue, but that's okay. We'll just go back a bit.
No, wait, not that blue. Go back!
Obviously, we'll have to go through and, do his armor like the other guy, but...
Make him different districts, precincts, whatever.
Sure. This one actually is more suited to it too because he's actually got a sleeve. The other guy's just bricked up, covered in armor. And this guy's got his tack armor and he's got the same legs, but both of his arms are just sleeves. So there's more reason to have blue on him. He's getting the blue pouches. Let's go back over to the second guy and give him a little bit of blue on the legs.
Get them blue legs.
Get them blue legs, boy. This is the quality paint job that you would expect from the Miniac channel. some schlubby guy dry brushing minis. But you know what? I got to play a game tomorrow with these guys potentially, so they got to get painted.
We're not starting the
We're definitely starting on time.
It's not happening.
I was told.
I was also told I was playing a game last week, and then I didn't.
We could have, but then you wanted to play Flesh and Blood with someone who hasn't played Flesh and Blood in a year.
Look, I needed to get the reps in to be able to at least not look like a complete idiot on Sunday, which I achieved that goal. I didn't win any games, but I achieved the goal of not looking like an idiot. Yeah. I had fun.
Good. When can I get extra arms? Some of my Necromunda dwarves have extra arms. They have backpacks that have arms on them, as one does.
Oh, yeah. I always keep flipping back and forth between Orlok and Vansar as my favorite design of Necromunda gangs.
Doing a Necromunda league. Do you have Necromunda guys?
Me? Yes.
Don't think we're opening it up to other people, but if we do, I will let you know.
Sounds good. There was one of those, what are they called? Something enforcer. He used to be an enforcer, but he's no longer an enforcer, and that was a really neat model.
An enforcer no more. He has retired.
But he's still a lawman. Website that is totally functional and not awful.
They launched that right before our stream last week, and it did not work.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It was busted for a long time.
Quality.
Palatine Enforcers. That's what they're called, but specifically, the dude is Ashwood Stranger, Outcast Leader.
You're an Ashwood Stranger.
That's the cool looking kit there. Although it's $38.
I mean, it's GW.
Sometimes it feels worth it. That model doesn't, even though it looks cool.
I've thought about buying the Forge World Dwarfs. Some of them are pretty cool, but it's a lot of money. Just no way around it.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. Did you make an Exo Driller for your Necromunda guys?
Exo Driller? Oh, you mean the big robot?
Yeah.
No. There isn't. I have yet to find a really good proxy for that. I actually, someone was asking me about the Kickstarter that they're running for their terrain. I messaged them and I was like, can you make a big robot for your dwarves, please? You're making all this terrain. As part of that, can you make a piece of terrain that a dwarf sits inside and has legs and attacks things? Happens to be a robot. Thank you for your support. We will take that under consideration. No, I want it now. I want to put one in my starting gang. I want to be like, I have 4 members, and one of them is a giant robot. Bottle checks? Nah, we don't need to worry about that. I got this.
I get why they didn't do it, and I get why they decided to go with the Palanite instead of the Arbites. I'm just really sad they didn't do Arbites for Necromunda.
Pretty sure it's pronounced Arbites.
Listen, the faux Latin is garbage and will always be garbage, so I'm just going to say it the way it sounds.
Yeah, can you back me up here that it should be said Arbites?
How do you say the Gold Boys?
What Gold Boys?
The Emperor's personal guard at Terra that destroys everybody and has a model count of like 5 in every army.
Oh, you mean the faction that Henry Cavill likes?
Yes.
I don't remember what they're called.
You jackass.
Chad, I don't think he buys it. Oh yeah, it's definitely pronounced Custodes. Strong on the toad.
They're called resident sleepers. I like that.
I like that. It is so weird painting under these lights. It doesn't feel that warm, but man, my wet palette does not behave the same way it does in other places.
Your wet palette is just crying in pain right now.
It's a lot of light going into it. It's on the back of his hand. Sure, it's metal. Why not?
Wow, that's a lot of punctuation that's not necessary.
Not really sure that it is, but we're going to say it is. Because sanity.
Man, you can run a Ridge Runner in Necromunda? That's nuts.
Ridge Racer? That's a pretty good game.
Ridge Runner. The Gene Stealer cult's buggy. You can also apparently run the truck. And
all of the Gene
bikes.
Stealer cult's vehicles are like the generic vehicles that every faction has access to because they're basically the most Necromunda looking things, I think, in the model range.
That's true.
So like everyone has access to like their big truck thing or whatever.
Interesting. I've always liked the Goliath truck. Not the rock grinder, but just the truck itself.
Yeah. Yeah, because they don't want to make vehicles for like every single faction.
I don't know, with the Nomad stuff, they added a couple of extra vehicles for other factions, and then mechs and flight suits and
right. But by no means does every faction have. So every faction has access to like bikes and those like trucks.
Interesting.
For balance reasons or whatever. Because like the trucks allow you to like reload in them or something. I don't know. I'm not an expert at all on any of this stuff. I've only just started looking into it because of the upcoming Necromunda League. But
how dare you not be an expert in everything?
I'm working on it. I'll get there. Cussed Toadies nuts. Got 'em.
Yes.
About painting on streams. There's music for you guys, and there's potentially music for Roy. But when I'm quiet and I'm just sitting here,
it's definitely really weird.
Silent.
You're just like, can they hear me breathing heavily? Yeah.
STLs for a Victorian carriage wagon. I'm sure that there's quite a lot of that, actually. You just need to look up like Cinderella miniatures. Or something. Oh my god.
You all right there?
Definitely didn't unload that enough to do what I'm trying to do here.
Rip.
It's okay. It's fine. We're just putting a bunch of titanium white right on the top edges of stuff, so it can only look bad at the beginning. That is how it works. It's okay. It's okay. It's gonna be fine. It's just stuff that's gonna get tinted a little bit. Make metallics. This gun is very shiny.
Shiny boy.
Shiny! Studios just had a massive carriage. Yeah, there's also going to be a variety of like stuff that's totally not Night Haunt that'll have like the spooky carriage. And I'm sure that you could print that without the spooky ghosts pulling it or whatever. And then you have like a cool Victorian era carriage. Just look up like Cinderella, whatever. Carriage mimic? Now we're talking. I have yet to be able to deliver on the everything is a mimic campaign setting, where it's like it's a roaming village, that the entire village is in fact a gigantic mimic that has like little clinger mimics living inside of it. So each house and every object inside the houses are like mimics and mimic children. So it's just recursive layers on layers of mimicry.
Hello, Angelo.
Hey, people. Angelo here. So my plan of doing this before I dry brushed did not work. That's okay. We'll just go back through.
I like that psychological warfare style of DMing.
Well, see, you have the opposite option there. Which is you send each of them the message saying, you are the mimic.
Even better.
Yeah. You have to keep it secret until the right moment. So everyone is just like... Yeah. That'd be pretty fun.
Hey, we did it.
I gotta fix that.
Get that white out of here.
Get that white out of here. I also want to do some other tweaks to this guy. Nice little... highlighting on this shoulder and eye thing. Oh, I did not unload my brush. Whoops. Whoops. How did that happen? That's what makes this a speed paint.
How many models do you have finished?
2.
Ooh.
Wow.
More
Almost.
than I thought.
2-ish. How's that?
Sounds about the same as my collection. They're all ish done.
I just don't need these to be done that well.
Yeah. It's Especially considering the fact that you're just...
Dragon
gonna be playing
Trapper's
a regular
Lodge
game.
has one. Nice. Nice. What the hell? It's not leaking. I just must have put it in a bit of water. Bless you. Bless you. Roy's over there blowing his brains out. Kind of true. Just does not look like it's quite as crisp. That's okay. We'll get it there. Right now, it just looks like shit. There. It's all right. It's fine.
Is it, though?
There you go. Tabletop standard. Is this gun metallic? No. Does it matter? Not really.
Now you gotta do it You have to do it the the Burning Crusade way and just make each part on the gun a different color.
Burning Crusade? Is this a WoW reference?
Yeah, that was the joke back in the day, was that when you went through content.
Oh, right. I got you.
Colored.
Yeah. Like every piece of armor is from like a different set.
Yeah, and then your shoulders are just massive.
I mean, that's true anyway, though. It was more true before I broke my neck. Swole. More Chungus than Swole these days. Is everybody excited for Cataclysm to come to WoW Classic?
Not particularly. It'd be interesting to see what changes they make, because they're gonna.
My technique didn't work.
Rip.
Paint too loaded, too watery.
I totally meant to check something on my phone, and now I've forgotten what it was. Well,
Don't you love that feeling?
yeah. I am also surprised that they decided to do Cataclassic. I thought they were going to go in a completely different direction. And just,
That would cost money.
I mean,
Look at how
all
I'm
of it
ruining
costs
this,
money.
chat. Look at how I'm ruining this. It's like the paint is too watery now. Worked perfectly last time. Unloading.
I'm kind of more interested in what they're going to be doing with retail stuff with their, like, Infinity War saga that they're doing on.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again.
Listen, everybody has different taste, okay? Just because you don't like retail doesn't mean other people, millions of people, don't like retail.
What if no one actually plays retail WoW?
That's definitely not true.
What if it's all bots? It's just literally
There's
like
definitely a lot of those.
it's just one guy playing and the rest is bots. No, and actually, let's go to a smaller size. Maybe this is where I whip out the size 0. No. Come back.
Rip.
What are the little caps that you put on a brush called?
Caps.
Thanks. That's not accurate. They're not actually caps. Little sleeves to protect the brush.
Brush tube sleeve protections. Paintbrush condoms.
That's a technical term. Because I need to just do a bulk order of those, I think.
That's not what they're called. Oh, of course. Damn it.
Brush protectors?
No, it's I put in top of brush tubes, and all I'm getting is tube brushes.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
No, we'll do this. Paint brush. Nope, that's not how you spell paint. Paint brush protector. Procreate. Perfect.
can't do this while Roy's talking about procreating.
Oh. What just happened there?
Might not be able to do it in general, actually. What'd you do?
I didn't do anything. The music just stopped. I'm going to skip this one. Okay, we're good. That song just acted up.
Song is acting up again.
They're just called transparent plastic brush protector packs. Or, like, brush protectors, and then you can buy them in a pack. I didn't break anything. Shut up, Rufus.
Broke it. He definitely broke it. Yeah, the mold on this one is not as good as the other one, for sure.
You want to pull the model on the screen? There you go.
I know. Sometimes painting is more important than photography. Roy, stop breaking stuff. Good advice. Good job, chat. You keep Roy in line. Can't let him get too big of a head or else he'll end up like me.
You gotta hold the model in focus, says Azathoth.
Yeah, unfortunately, because of the adapter we're using, the focus is super hard.
That looks pretty good.
Yeah, but it's like out of focus.
The miniature in general.
I
don't care about the camera.
I have a focal depth of this much space where it's in focus. That's less than a centimeter. That is, our regular rig is a little bit more forgiving than that.
Just be better.
Fair. Totally fair.
It just sets it up. When we're talking, it's low. When we're not talking, it's high.
It should be balanced enough that it's pretty much in line with where we're talking.
I mean, it is now, but when we don't talk, it definitely bumps the audio.
What level is Spotify set to?
You want me to check that on OBS or the thing that was on the side?
In Spotify. The volume in Spotify should be halfway up.
Okay. It is now halfway up. Dismiss.
What was it before?
It was at full.
There's the problem.
But now it's like it's fine.
This is how it should be set.
Okay, cool. Sounds good. Somebody broke it. Wasn't me. I fixed it.
Good job, Roy. Well done. Can we get some applause in the chat for Roy? No Scott today, Double D's. He is in Germany. Or Florida. I can never remember the difference.
Mike, thanks, I guess.
Mike is a funny guy. Back to injection drugs. I mean, World of Warcraft, same thing, I guess. The Season of Discovery. Sounds like propaganda. Come alive with the Pepsi generation. Hopefully he's there for good reasons. He's certainly not there for evil reasons. He's getting a one-on-one paint sesh with... Why can't I remember who? A famous figure painter that lives in Germany. And then...
Roman Lapat says...
that's it. That's it. Yes. Roman Lapat. And then they're going to Monty Sansevino. Thank you, Azaroth.
Is that food or a place?
Monty is arguably the biggest, baddest figure painting event.
Okay, fair.
Competition. And what do you call it? Meetup. Training.
It's both a place and a figure painting convention. Fair enough.
It is. Yeah, it's a convention that is named after the place that it's at.
Could have just as easily been food.
That's true. You want to go to Monty Sansevino after this? You said you wanted pizza, so...
I do want pizza.
It's a thing where people convene. Indeed, Rufus. A congregation. Lazily painted.
It looks good.
But it is painted.
I'll do that like 4 more times.
These are the two really easy ones. The Sarge will also be pretty easy, but I have to paint a face on him. But then
Mike.
Yeah, this one's actual work, and we'll get some actual work in it. But it also isn't covered with 5,000 pouches, so...
Aw. Needs more pouches. Throw a bandolier over his coat or something.
This has like the weirdest cross-draw holster I've ever seen. It's like... it's kind of hard to see because of the black, but you can see it here. He's wearing it like appendix spot, cross-draw. But it's also, because he's got his gun in hand, it's like open, but the clasp is there. It's bad. I don't like this. This is bad.
Shave it.
No. There are things that are worth my time, and that is definitely not one of them. Most assuredly. Convene. We have met, and now we must vote. Who will be eliminated? That's looking pretty good. The top of this P is like malformed to the point that I kind of want to go in there with a hobby knife to fix it, but I'm definitely not doing that, so. Got 2 cops.
Cop 1 and Cop 2.
Yeah, that's how they'd be credited on the call sheet. On the reruns. Yeah, I played Cop 3. That was that one that said, "Get back!" My stepdad's played cops in quite a few different movies.
That's cool.
Yes. If you guys want to see my stepdad in a movie, which one should I pick where he's a cop? There's 2 really good options, but one of them's only in the extended cut, but it's probably the movie that's going to connect with this audience more. That is, my stepdad's in Mallrats.
Nice.
In the TV version and the extended cut after the dating show, you can go to the big wide camera if you want. The dating show gets shut down, and I can't remember the name of the actor, but the bald guy that's the dad of the love interest in the movie is getting arrested for whatever, all the stuff that's unfolded under his watch. The TV version has them listing the charges rather than just taking him away. And same thing with the extended cut. And my stepdad is one of the 2 cops there. So there's the old guy who lists off a number of charges, and then dad vomits, and he vomits on my stepdad's shoes. And he adds that to the list of charges. So the guy's like, you're under arrest for public indecency, and he lists like 4 different things. And then the guy goes, "Blah," and pukes all over the shoes. My stepdad goes, "And for vomiting on my shoes." And then they cart him away. So there you go. That's my stepdad. Yeah. He's also the guy poops his pants. What's next? We got about 15 minutes left. What can I get done in 15 minutes? We could dry brush this guy. Don't think we can get this whole guy done, but we can get some good progress. All right, back to paint can. Oh, I definitely tasted the paint on that one. You can see some spots where I missed on the primer. Mallrats is a great movie. Well, that's a shame. He'll just go in the water.
Oh boy.
Yep. I mean, it doesn't matter. I haven't done any work on him, so I don't care. But it's, I guess we're not working on him for a bit.
Rip.
Dr. Rhino raiding with a party of 42. The doctor is in. Okay. See? Chris is averted. He's just very moist now. So I guess we'll start on Magic Mike.
What was the other movie your stepdad was in?
Another one where he's a cop. Drop Dead Gorgeous. Yeah, that's the right one. Yeah, Drop Dead Gorgeous. He's one of the two cops where they're listing off all the bizarre ways people have died throughout the movie. They show up like 3 or 4 times. If Dr. Rhino writes you a prescription, try not to go pick it up. Well, yeah. Rufus has already sussed out who my stepdad is. He's been in a lot of stuff, but most of it's theatrical. My personal favorite role that he ever had was he was in a TV commercial back in the day for a brand of trolling motors. Roy, you know what trolling motors are, right?
Nope.
Okay. So here in the Midwest, we like to go fishing.
Mm-hmm.
And when you go fishing, you've probably seen this, but now you're going to know what it's called. There's the little motor that hangs off the front of the boat, as opposed to the big one in the back. It's like a little teeny tiny stick motor, right?
Yep.
It's called a trolling motor because they're really quiet, and it's just basically for helping you stay in a spot while you're fishing or move really slowly, right?
Yeah.
It's probably like 1 to 3 horsepower kind of little electric dealy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in the original Dear White People, not the show, but the movie. So there was a series of commercials for these things. It was different riffs on the same one, where it's the same. It's a donut, right? So the first 10 seconds and the last 10 seconds are the same pretty much every time, but the middle changes, the meat of it. And what it is it's him and another guy sitting in a boat, and the other guy turns to him and says, "Man, if I cast one more time, my arm's gonna fall off." My stepdad goes, "Shut up and fish, you big baby." It's like the best stupid practical stunt. The guy swings his arm and just rockets off. It's like a pneumatic arm that like flies off into the water.
That's fantastic.
And there are like 5 different versions of it where, my stepdad has all the quips like, "Oh, I'll get the net," or whatever, that kind of stuff. So dumb.
That's fantastic.
Oh my God. And that, that probably aired on fucking ESPN 8. The Ocho.
The Ocho.
While they're showing like the Bass Pro tournament stuff on like Sunday mornings that, you wake up at 6 before you go fish and you're going to watch it. Yeah. Yeah, he was in A Simple Plan. He's been in a bunch of stuff. Terry Humpelman, you can look him up. What color do I want to make his jacket and his pants? I think his jacket is black leather and his pants are blue. So let's just hit his pants with blue. Oh, I want a bigger brush. What about you, Roy?
What's up?
Your stepdad ever been in any movies?
No.
what a dodge. Didn't even say if he has a stepdad or not.
I do. I don't view the two relationships my biological parents have in that manner.
What does that mean?
Just because I don't have that level of relationship with those people.
Oh, did they come into your life later?
Oh yeah, my parents got divorced when I was 16.
Oh, okay, yeah. See, my parents got divorced like 6 months after I was born.
Yikes.
Or something like that.
Yeah.
Actually, they didn't technically get divorced until I was probably about 3 or 4, but they were split up within like the first year of my life. So,
That's unfortunate.
Well, no, it isn't. I can't imagine how annoying it would have been to live with both of them together. Because my dad is a lot like me. And my mom is also a lot like me, but very much the opposite pieces. I'm more shocked that they were ever together, is how I would put it. God, what did I do? I don't think that I was the catalyst. I think I was a delay. Maybe I should paint on camera. That's what I should do.
That would be appropriate.
That's what we do here.
I mean, it does say figure painting, not like finger painting.
What are you trying to say?
You got a lot of paint on your thumb.
It's a good way to unload my brush. What you know about unloading brushes, Roy?
Not much.
That's what I thought.
More evidence that I am not a good painter. Tiny 6-month Evan Old was saying, I'm not going to nap today, and here's why I'm correct about this, and it drove everyone insane.
I was a good boy. Here's what I remember about my parents' divorce. When I was 2 or 3 or whatever, when it was actually going through the courts, the court mandated I go see like a child psychologist or whatever, right? To see where I'm at. Make sure it's not damaging the boy or whatever, right? So they bring me to this office. It's probably one of the first memories that I can put like a relative date on. And they bring me to this office, and I remember the lady's talking to me, and I'm probably I have to be 3 because I'm that cogent at this point. And she's like asking me these questions, and I'm like, yeah, no, it's fine. My parents really don't like each other. And she was like, yeah, but does that bother you? And I'm like, no. Why would it bother me? They have their reasons for not liking each other. Anyway, you have a lot of really great Transformers. Why don't we just play with these? She was like, are you sure? And I'm like, yeah. Intact Bumblebee or whatever, like there's just a smattering of like brand new Transformers, and I have like one broken one at home.
Aw.
Well, because they are not, or at least they were not robust toys in the early 90s.
Yeah.
So
I remember that.
It's pretty funny. There's a little linguist genius. Angelo HX. I want good news.
You could also have just said Angelo X.
Yeah, that's true, actually, isn't it?
I know you don't word good. It's fine.
It could be Angel Locks, though.
That's also true. We're going to sit here and spend 2 minutes picking apart this person's name.
Piece by piece, your life will come apart for us. as we deconstruct your name. All right, so what's the good news? You got to tell it to us before we end the stream. I'm not going to get blue balled over good news.
The good news is there's no good news.
It's like left. Didn't respond quickly enough. No good news allowed.
Did you know that there is a candy bar called Good News?
I thought it was like called Good Bar.
There's that, but there's also just a like random old generic Good News candy bar. I had one for a few years, and then when I moved, I threw it away.
Oh, I thought you meant you were like eating it for a few years, and it's like, God damn.
No. It was a joke gift, and I kept it because it was funny. And then I realized moving cross country with this in my stuff is probably not a good idea, and so I chucked it.
Could have just eaten it.
Yeah, no, they're not Twinkies.
Yeah, candy lasts longer. This guy's not telling us the good news, Roy.
I mean,
Ban.
we made our own content.
Ban. No good news ban. It's a good news only stream.
Good news, everyone.
Yeah, I was gonna, that was originally my question, was gonna say, did you share the bar with everyone?
That's why I kept the bar, though, was because of that line.
Right, yeah, it's iconic. Was it the Hubert T. Farnsworth candy bar?
No, it was something from like the 70s or some shit.
Oh God, here's good news. One day we'll have to give an account for our life and what we would deserve for our evil. Lies, stealing, hatred, unclean thoughts is hell. But on the cross, Jesus took the punishment we all deserved, then rose again to save us from hell and and offers us forgiveness and a hope that goes beyond this earth. That is good news. Thank you for those uplifting words.
Mike. I love it. And here comes the flame war.
It's true, Satan does accept everyone. I learned that from watching the show Lucifer.
That's a good show.
Actually is a really good show. I remember Netflix like recommending that to me constantly, and I was like, why on earth would I watch this?
And then you found out.
And then I watched it and I was like, oh, this is pretty funny.
Yeah.
A police procedural with a twist that I actually appreciate, unlike Castle.
Aww. I liked Castle.
I like Castle except for the premise.
Mm. Did you ever watch The Rookie?
Yeah.
That one's fun.
The show sucks in all the best ways.
Because it's Evan, and hating fun is exactly what he does. It's his MO. It's his brand.
Here's the problem that I have with police procedurals. I have a law enforcement certification. I was going to be a cop. It's very difficult for me to look past some of the very basic procedural issues with these shows. All right, it's 4. Roy has to run away to go escort his wife to prison or something. It's a very important, not missable appointment when she's turned into the authorities. Yeah, so thanks for hanging out. We could raid someone, Roy. You got anyone you want to raid?
No, top of my head.
Chat, should we raid someone? If you haven't already, you should definitely go check out Roy's channel, Rybackstun on Twitch.
That's
You
me.
could raid your channel that's not streaming right now. Roy doesn't stream miniature painting because he's a chump. Yeah, let's raid Malev.
Full spelling, please.
Malev Flow Shinobi. Just
Oh, my
search
God.
Malev on Twitch.
Oh, man, you're making me
Oh, Monument's also live? Man, that's a tough choice. Who have we rated most recently?
Malev Flow Shinobi, is that what you said?
Yeah, pretty much. Rybuck paints on stream every 10 moons. That might be accurate.
That is actually very close to accurate.
Let's go with Monument Hobbies because that's going to be easier for you to figure out. Sorry, Malev. Next week, or the week
Played a
after.
board game anyway.
Something. He's playing his game
A board game. I don't know what.
because he made Ghost Boat and he also made BBQ Pit Lord.
Nice.
So, and BBQ Pit Lord is pretty sweet. Blame Rob. All right, we're raiding. It means it's time to peace out. If you hit that stop stream, or the whatever, the one in the top corner, there's one for stop stream, end stream, something like that.
Yeah.
So, have a good one, everyone. No game stream on Thursday because Scott's in Germany. Yeah, we'll do a paint stream next week. I'm pretty sure Scott's back, but if he's not, more scuffed painting cops. Peace out. End show.